If you're watching this video, by now, I'm sure you've already heard that Madden NFL 21 is now the worst user-rated game of all time on Metacritic. I'm sure you also are aware of the many hashtags that have spawned over the past few months. Now, I'm not going to argue against the validity of any of these hashtags. As a content creator that focuses on franchise and dynasty modes of games like Madden, I'm very much in support of the game being better, and hell, if Review Tech USA, who has never made a video about Madden in his life before yesterday, can make a video about Madden 21's criticisms, then as a content creator who actually plays the game, there's no reason that I shouldn't. So here are my thoughts on the petition for the NFL to drop the exclusive license with EA. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. In spite of all the hate that Madden 21 has gotten on the internet over the past week, personally, I enjoy Madden 21. And no matter how much hate I get for it, I'm not going to apologize for it. With that being said, while I enjoy the game, I think that there are absolutely things that could be done to make the game more enjoyable for everyone. I could make an entire list of things that should be added to Madden 22, but that's another video for another day. So let's talk about the license. One very common misconception that I see a lot of people passing around is that EA was the main culprit behind the exclusive license. A lot of people think that because ESPN NFL 2K5 was such a great game, EA got scared and decided to do what they could do to secure an exclusive license to make simulation football games with the NFL license. That couldn't be further from the truth. Eric Rayweather released a video last year about the truth of the license, which you can find in the description. I highly recommend watching that video after this one if you want to learn more about the truth of the license, but long story short, it was the NFL that pursued the license for a multitude of reasons, not EA. And given the failures that 2K has had with both their MLB series and most recently their WWE series, though we'll never truly know because it didn't happen, it could have just as easily been them in this situation that EA is in. With that being said, I don't think that EA is fully to blame for the current state of Madden. They should absolutely have a lot more in the way of customization and other things, but I think the NFL is just as much to blame, if not more, for creating the monopoly that we have today. With that being said, I'm not exactly a financial analyst by any means, but I feel like the NFL would make more money by allowing multiple companies to make NFL licensed games. There are many people in this world, myself included, who would invest in each game to review each of them and compare them and see which one they enjoyed more, creating more revenue for the companies making the games and thus creating more revenue for the NFL. Maybe I'm an idiot, but that seems pretty straightforward to me. I'm in the camp that other companies should have an opportunity to make simulation football games under the NFL license. In the past, sports titles in general have done much better when there's been competition, and without competition, most sports titles nowadays fall flat of expectations. Since there's no real motivation to add anything new to the series, they just don't, and thus we get what people view as a glorified roster update as a result. So, to put it in layman's terms, it's not that we don't want EA to make a football game. I mean, some people don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking for everybody. But mainly, people just want EA to not be the only company to make a licensed NFL game. Now, I know that in the past I've criticized certain creators for doing nothing but complaining about Madden, but honestly, I do understand their frustrations. I just don't agree with that being 100% subjective about a game and then bullying people that don't agree with certain things that are said is the way to go. That doesn't invalidate their points, and that doesn't mean that I don't see their points. I'm just saying there's a different way to go about it. Again, I am able to find enjoyment in Madden 21, but if other people aren't able to, I can see why. I'm not going to sit here and act like the game is the golden grail of sports video games, but I'm also not going to sit here and say that it's the worst game of all time like I've seen some people say. Madden 19 was a much worse game overall than this year's edition. I just feel like that's more of a mass emotional response to the lack of positive change in the game over the course of the time that EA's had the exclusive license than this year's game actually being bad. Because I can think of multiple games, not even just Madden 19, that were worse than Madden 21. I just think people are overall frustrated that it seems like we get the same product over and over again. But what people don't realize is the NFL gets the final say of what goes into Madden, not EA. So I feel like a lot of blame is thrown towards EA very unfairly because maybe they want to add certain things, but then the NFL just kind of vetoes it and tells them that they can't add certain things. Again, Eric Rayweather explains all of that much better in his video, and again, it'll be in the description below. I actually put it in the comment section as well if I can remember to do so. If I don't, just roast me in the comment section and I'll finally post it. Regardless of anything though, as a content creator, I'm going to play whatever simulation NFL game comes out, regardless of who creates it, because that's what content creators do. With that being said, I want to make it abundantly clear that I do support the exclusive license being eliminated, and I do support there being competition as far as NFL licensed games go. I honestly think that competition in the football game market will produce better games straight up, whether it's from EA, whether it's from 2K, whether it's from Sony San Diego, or whoever else makes a game. I just think in general, it'll make a much better competition, and we will actually get better simulation football games as a result. With that being said, and I know I've said with that being said multiple times in this video, it's just kind of force of habit. It's like a social cue for me at this point. But anyways, as Mills said on Twitter, there is not a creator or influencer on the planet that gives you a better opinion on what you like than you. So, to the people who are sitting here and haven't even played the game but already are saying the game sucks and they're not going to buy it, look, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. I'm not going to tell you, oh, just go buy Madden, just go give it a try. But I do encourage people to form their own opinions, do their own research, and straight up just play the game yourself. I mean, EA Play costs $5 a month, and you can cancel it after the first month or whatever if you want to. And then you get a 10-hour trial to play Madden 21 yourself. Go into it with an open mind and an open heart, and give it a try, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But at least you formed your own opinion. And I really hate the term sheep because honestly, no matter what side you take, somebody on the other side is going to refer to you as a sheep. That's just human nature. When people see you agree with the other side, in their minds, you're automatically regurgitating someone else's point of view and thus cannot think for yourself. Meanwhile, the same could probably be said for them because their thoughts aren't original either. I'm not referring to people who have actually played the game and don't enjoy the game and think the game sucks. That's completely fair. I just don't think that people should allow content creators to determine whether or not they buy a game. I think the decision is up to the consumer themselves. So if you're not sure of whether or not Madden 21 is a good game, you have an option. If you have $5 to spend on EA Play, then I say by all means do it and give the 10-hour trial a chance and see how you enjoy the game. All I'm saying is, you're a human being with your own brain and your own voice, so use it. Let me know in the comment section on pretty much anything that I mentioned in this video. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. And if you enjoyed the video overall, hit that like button. And if you enjoy franchise and dynasty content, then Craniac Gaming is the channel for you, and you should most definitely hit that sub button. Click the button here to check out more videos from Craniac Gaming, and no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. I love y'all 3000, I'm outie 5000, deuces.
I've been suffering in silence, and they paid me no mind. I've been stuck inside the shadows for a really long time. It feels like they forgot about me. Well, I'm here to remind you that the world is gonna hear me when it's my time to shine.